Good morning. I am Carrie Ferentz, and I am co-owner and co-founder of StockBox Grocers out of Seattle, Washington. StockBox Grocers is a miniature grocery that is tucked inside a reclaimed shipping container and placed into the parking lot of an existing business or organization in order to provide fresh produce and essential grocery staples to communities that don't currently have access to good food. Thank you. StockBox directly addresses the limitations of traditional grocery stores. Our efficient design, our low setup and operating costs, and our ability to scale quickly enable us to reach underserved areas and focus on lower margin and perishable products, the products that families need and purchase most frequently, such as milk, dairy, meat, produce, pasta, grains, and other staples. StockBox is initially focused on the South Seattle communities of Delridge, White Center, Skyway, and South Park. These communities are largely comprised of low-income families who don't have access to a grocery store. They are largely dependent on public transportation, and as a result will shop at the store that's closest to them, currently a convenience store. And they are often reliant on food assistance programs. But perhaps most importantly, they have been actively asking for better access to affordable and healthy foods. And that's where StockBox Grocers comes in. We serve a micro-community of 250 to 300 households with the potential of placing several stores throughout a neighborhood so that there's always a store within walking or biking distance of your home. The stores are financially sustainable at $600,000 in revenue per year, hitting operational break-even in just 6 months. And we hire locally and put a focus on food education, all made possible by serving an average of 80 customers per day, spending around $20 per visit. Since June, StockBox has secured more than $50,000 in funding to launch the business, along with a prototype store, which launched in the Delridge neighborhood of Seattle this September. This first StockBox is placed into 3 parking spaces at the West Haven Apartments. The building arrived on a Tuesday morning, and by the following Monday, it had been permitted and ready to go. The first StockBox has allowed us to gain a more in-depth understanding of who our customers are and the type of store that they need. And it's also, it's really kind of blown away our customers who have been shocked by the amount of inventory we have, around 300 items, the pricing, and the fact that they're able to find most of what they're looking for in less than 200 square feet. While our initial focus is on serving low-income food deserts such as Delridge, we believe there's a potential to place StockBoxes throughout most urban communities, in Seattle and beyond, where it's still often necessary to drive to a larger, more centralized store. Because our goal is to go where the grocery stores can't and stock the food that convenience stores won't. In essence, we're trying to bring back the old-fashioned corner store, but with this new twist and this new focus. And word is spreading on what we're doing. Good Magazine and Fast Company, Como TV, Q13 Fox, city and community papers, and countless national sites have all covered the launch, and we intend to leverage this momentum to move quickly into our next phase. Using loans and grants, StockBox will open our first permanent store in the same neighborhood as our prototype in spring of 2012, followed by an additional 2 stores per year throughout the region. With more financing, we can reach more communities and more quickly. StockBox is currently seeking $1 million to escalate this ramp up and instead build 2 stores in the spring of 2012, followed by an additional 2 stores later in the year. The financing will also support a small food hub, enabling StockBox to escalate or scale at a rate of 7 to 9 stores per year afterwards. Each day we learn more about what StockBox means and what we can mean to our community. I think that our greatest lesson has been that this isn't just about providing greater access to good food. This is about providing greater access, period, to businesses and services that communities need to thrive. My business partner, Jacqueline, and I, along with our partners and our communities of support, are really excited about these next steps, and we invite you to join us in launching a good food revolution based out of a reclaimed shipping container in a parking lot near you. Thank you so much for your time.